How's it going? It's about 20 to 6 on a Wednesday morning. Number one has a theater class at 7 on Wednesdays in the morning. However, Wednesday's a free day. Nobody's got any extracurriculars. Got some basketball on Monday and Friday for a couple of them. Rock climbing on Tuesday for those same couple. What do we got? Acrobatic gymnastics on Thursday for number one. Number 3 and 4 don't have much going on these days. We'll find them something to do come September. I like stuff. Like I really like stuff. You know? I think some stuff is the coolest. You know? And when stuff interests me, it really interests me. And when it doesn't, I don't give it another thought past that. See, I was at the music store the other day, and Buddy was showing me some cool guitar stands, wall-mounted guitar stands. See, and this one that hangs off the wall when you put your guitar neck into it and let it rest against the head, right? Well, this clamp, it's like pneumatic, is that the word? You know, this clamp comes down, and then when you want to play guitar again, you pick up the guitar and the clamp releases when you lift the guitar, right? Yeah. So I thought that's the coolest fucking thing, you know, and do I let Buddy know it, right? But soon into the expression of my amazement, I quickly realized that it overstepped my bounds, and I was looking like a dork. Okay, I know what it looks like when I walk in a room. You don't know what it looks like when I walk in a room. But I know what it looks like when I walk in a room. For the most part, I brush my teeth in the mirror. Sometimes in the shower. Mostly over the bathroom sink in front of the mirror. I know what it looks like. Right? And I don't know Music Store Buddy, okay? But I think I've been where Music Store Buddy is. Right? So I know what it must have looked like to him. I mean, like I don't think the world matures much more than grade 7, right? You're out there paying rent, and you're out there having to answer to a boss, and you're just trying to keep a healthy fridge. And I know that it's hard. I've been there. I've been music store buddy. There may be folks on this black magic rectangle who inspire me, who I have affinity with. But at the end of the day, these digitally rendered apparitions give me no authentic feedback. There's no flesh and blood eyeball that I could reach out and grab with my fingers if I wanted to, for me to look into. And it doesn't take long, you know. Like, I don't know, like a millisecond longer than what's comfortable. That's how long it takes, right? And then after that, I got it. I know how it all goes for you. There's that guy showing up on YouTube and X who's telling you how to telling me, I don't know what goes on in your black magic rectangle, but telling me all these secret tricks that he would use to to read people and manipulate them like CIA wise undercover spy guy. You know, not the guy with the big hair and the bandanas, but the guy that sounds a lot like Kevin Spacey. That guy. So, right, you could go about it the Robert Greene way and use this information that the Kevin Spacey sounding guy is sharing. You could use that information to like manipulate people, you know, in like the in the filthy way, right? You know, but for me, in taking these videos, it helps to better explain to myself. Broadcast yourself. It helps me better explain to myself how and why it is that I've been able to cut through the bullshit of everybody's facade, you know? If I've been able to cut through the bullshit, how is it that I keep falling for every fucking trick in the book? Hey? giving everybody the benefit of the doubt time after time after time. Like, how many times, right? So if I can see through the bullshit, how is it? Because here's what it is. I was born, I think, oh, frogs, great, more frogs. Did you check out the Keck video yet? See? Don't be scared. There's nothing to worry about there. So anyways, I'll go down here. Check out the frogs. So, the fuck was I talking about? Right. Kevin Spacey, CIA guy. Ah, see, I start making noises and the frogs really settle down. You remember when I was sharing with you a bit about the birds, eh? And all those birds. This is that same little whatever kind of space this is here, right? Yeah, so the Kevin Spacey guy, right? You know, the Robert Greene way of looking at things, you know. But for me, myself, which I'm broadcasting, it's been a welcome explanation, some clarity, you know, and so when I make my calls on stuff, people, I like people, I like stuff. I think maybe a bit too much is what the problem is. So the Kevin Spacey guy is just like giving me a way to explain to others and have them feel a little more comfortable when I make my calls on stuff. Yeah? Up until this Kevin Spacey CIA guy, I wasn't able to give any explanation. It was looking like crazy, man. You know? Right? Yeah. But now I can give some clarity to the receiver of my call. Well, it's got to do with how he moved his eyebrows. It's how he shifted his shoulders and that one line, right? Like as soon as the Kevin Spacey sounding CIA guy, he starts making an explanation about it. It's like, dude, for sure, right? I see that, I feel that, I know that, and so it's been helpful. So as close as I feel we may have become, I feel it's important for it to be kept in mind that this is only as far as digitally rendered. See, the other day when I was at the music store. Buddy was right in front of my face, right? I could smell his breath, right? Not that it was bad breath, but I could smell his breath, right? I didn't touch it, but I could feel his goatee, right? See? If I wanted to, like I said earlier, I could have reached out and pinched his eyeball with my fingers. See, when we made real, honest eye contact, which I've noticed barely ever happens. Not because of me that it doesn't happen. It's just as I'm looking at everybody's face as I go through these streets in this life that nobody does eye contact. You could go buy a new Black Magic rectangle out of the store and you would never have to make eye contact with anybody, and it seems like it's preferable that no eye contact is made these days, so when that moment of eye contact happened, let's say with music store buddy, so when that happens, I think it's a lot like that deer video that I shared just the other day, right? It's all about the eye contact. And in that moment of eye contact, right? Just like how my Black Magic rectangle told me the other day about how horses, how they sense what you're up to or what's going on is by your heart, right? They sense your heartbeat. And so they'll get nervous if you're nervous, right? So what happens when you try and control a nervous heart rhythm and breathing is that it becomes almost a perfect rhythm, right? But naturally speaking, as we are restful, our heart rate and our breathing rate are not a steady rhythm. And so when the horse senses a steady rhythm, he knows there's something to be nervous about, right? So you can't really fake it around a horse like that. The other day, the eye contact with the deer there, go check that out. What's it? A barking deer. So there's something there with that. With all that, coming up on 19 minutes here, gotta get headed back, whip up some breakfast, and chuck a couple sandwiches and some tin foil for the theater student. And with all that being said about my plucking out your eyeball and rolling it around in my palm, wife and I are having a wedding anniversary in July. And so if you can get yourself across the pond, there's a space held open for you. All right. Talk to you again soon, eh?